Content. I need some content juice. DLC 16 has run out. My boys, there's no more content juice left. The hell are we gonna do now? DLC 16 has clearly run its course on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 in terms of bringing people's attention, hype, and just having them play the game once again. It has clearly died down since DLC 16 came out, and that's to be expected. Usually a DLC will bring hype back to Xenoverse 2 for probably at most a month, maybe a little bit longer than that, depending on how good the DLC actually is. And DLC 16 was definitely a fire DLC that brought people's interest back for quite some time. But the thing is, this DLC came out 4 months ago, and we still have no information on what this next DLC can actually hold. And the question is why? Why is this happening on Xenoverse 2? Why did DLC 16 potentially take so long to release at the same time? And in this video, I want to go over a couple of theories that I have as to why DLC 17 is taking so long. And then also one of these kind of involves DLC 16 at the same time, because DLC 16 was definitely a DLC that felt like it was taking forever to actually release from the first promotion and reveal that they put out with Orange Piccolo. It definitely did take quite some time after that reveal for the actual DLC pack to come out, and considering this pack only had 3 characters, that was very unusual for a DLC on this game to take over 4 months to release after the first character was actually revealed with some screenshots, all things along those lines. So again, in today's video, I want to talk about a couple of theories I have as to why this DLC is taking so long, and one of them could be a permanent effect on Xenoverse 2 and something we may be dealing with for the rest of Xenoverse 2's lifespan, and that is Dragon Ball the Breakers. Now, I'm not trying to hate on Dragon Ball the Breakers or, you know, have people who love the game feel offended or anything along those lines, but Dragon Ball the Breakers is a game that is made by the same company of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And when you have a company working on 2 games at the same time, obviously you would imagine production on one of them is definitely going to be slowed. And think about when Breakers actually released. It was last year, October 14th of 2022, right? And then after that, we had DLC 15 come in November, and then DLC 16 again was one of the longest waiting periods we've had for a DLC from the time of its first reveal to it actually releasing. And those other DLCs that did take 3 or maybe almost 4 months to come out, those all included and had 4 characters in them. This was a 3-character DLC pack that took very, very long to actually come out and release. And it was a big reason a lot of people thought there was the potential for a 4-character pack here, because not only did it take so long, but the pricing was $9.99, which was what you saw with 4-character packs in the past on this game. So did Dragon Ball the Breakers and having Dragon Ball the Breakers be a thing? Is it affecting Xenoverse 2 and how long it takes to develop these DLCs and get DLCs and updates and all things like that out? Because it much very well is possible, without a doubt. Because I mean, think about it. When you have a dev team working on one game, it's definitely going to take them a lot less time to get things out. But then when they are working on 2 games, and 2 games that are out, and they're constantly putting updates out for these games, it definitely detracts their attention from the first one in Xenoverse 2, and now they have to split their attention between this game and Dragon Ball the Breakers. So Breakers could be a reason as to why DLC is taking so long, or seems to be taking longer now than it really ever has in the past in terms of releasing, and then also just getting some information about the next DLC pack, right? But then also there could be some other factors and things going on with DLC 17 at the same time as to why this DLC has not gotten any info yet, or we're still waiting just to see what the first reveal is for this said DLC, right? And my first thing is, well, maybe this whole, New York Comic-Con thing is actually something special. Maybe this mysterious teaser that was supposed to be, or is supposed to be, at New York Comic-Con is something that Bandai and Dimps are waiting for, because maybe the next DLC pack is actually about what this mysterious teaser could be. Now, the reason I say that is because this mysterious teaser potentially could be the return of the Dragon Ball Super anime. I mean, that's something that, you know, obviously people want and dream of. And if they're talking about a mysterious teaser, it has been a very, very long time since we have seen anything really super related in terms of the anime. So that is definitely a possibility without a doubt, right? But then there was also that talk about the web anime. So that's another possibility as to what this, you know, mysterious teaser could actually be in regards to. And then of course there's Budokai Tenkaichi 4, which some people think that mysterious teaser also has a chance of being. But if it is in relation to any kind of anime in any way, shape, or form, that would definitely be something I could see Bandai and Dimps waiting on to actually drop before they reveal what the next DLC is. Because if there is a new anime coming in some way, whether it's Dragon Ball Super returning or a web anime, it definitely makes sense for them to wait for that so they don't spoil anybody about what the future of Dragon Ball holds in general. They already did that with UI Goku when he was released in the V-Jump scans and put out through those V-Jump scans. People were like, what the hell? At first it was kind of like, what is this? And then once we realized, it was kind of shocking that they revealed Master U Ultra Instinct in Xenoverse 2's V-Jump before the anime actually released said episode. So I'm assuming they would want to definitely avoid that happening once again like it did back then. So there is that possibility that, you know, this DLC or the next DLC and future update for Xenoverse 2 is in regards to that web anime or the return or whatever this mysterious teaser possibly could be. Again, there is that chance that Bandai and Dimps are definitely waiting for that. Now, the last and final reason that I could see them trying to wait in terms of, you know, revealing something for this game for Xenoverse 2 in terms of the next DLC or update could be because, well, the 7-year anniversary is right around the corner. Now, in the past, we've never really gotten major celebrations or anything like that for any anniversary of Xenoverse 2's release date, but who knows, maybe that is something that they're planning to reveal and make the first reveal on the anniversary or near the anniversary to kind of celebrate Xenoverse 2 being active and very highly played for 7 years now at this point in time. Because as they put out in that post talking about how they continue to plan to update and improve the game to provide that long-lasting experience or whatever, right? They do mention that the game still was having 1 million users play it every month. That is kind of insane for a game that is this old to have 1 million active users every month turn on the game and play it in some way, shape, or form. Even if those users, even if 10% of them are just turning on the game, playing one match and hopping off and not turning it on for the rest of the month, to have 1 million different users play a game in a month that is almost 7 years old is absolutely insanity. So again, maybe that is what they are waiting for at the same time. But these are my 3 best things that I could come up with and reasonings as to why this DLC is potentially taking so long to get any information out or any reveal about it at the same time. Because again, this has never really happened to us before, like I've said in past videos, except for when COVID hit. And obviously COVID was an outlier year by all means. It was something we never dealt with before, something, well, I wouldn't say the world has never dealt with before, because there have been big epidemics, pandemics, and things like that in the past, but our generation obviously never dealt with anything like this, and it kind of did put a halt to the world in a sense, in terms of just, you know, production of things, people, you know, their jobs, all things like that. So a lot of production was slowed down, and that definitely happened in the gaming industry as well. So besides COVID, again, it's never really taken this long for a DLC to get an announcement / reveal, and I just truly hope that we do see something soon. And like I said, one of these 3 reasons may be why this DLC is taking so long. But what do you think about DLC 17 and the gap that we've had from DLC 16 up until this point in time? Because as y'all saw in the beginning of the video, the content juice is definitely running low on Xenoverse 2. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. But till next time, my boys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope you have a good one. Peace, y'all.